which Marvel Snap bundles are actually worth your money. I've redone all of the math that we think we knew about Marvel Snap bundles, and I'm going to show you for the next couple of weeks what the real best bundles are and why. Now remember, everything that we're going to be talking about here, this is all data mines. So this is not me talking about the numbers that come from Marvel Snap Zone or Snap.fan. This is my system. I've completely revamped how we look at bundles because the Snap Pack system changed the entire economy. So we need to look at how we value bundles equally different. The way I've done it is I've created 4 different metrics that score the bundles and then churn out a 1 to 10, 1 to 5 star something. I'm still deciding on the final product. Let me know down in the comments below which one you like better, but I think we're gonna go with a stars style rating system just because everyone's comfortable with that. So here's how I have it broken down here. I have the bundle value. The bundle value is the actual raw dollar value of what you're getting out of the bundle with everything included. Then you've got the currency value, which is explicitly focusing on gold, credits, and tokens, so your spendable resources. Next up is the player utility value. What does that actually mean? This is your progression value. How valuable is this in progressing you up the collection track, whether it's tokens, whether it's credits, and the impact it has on your collection level. Those are the types of things that allow for your movement through the different series if you're a newer player or a player looking to progress through series 3 even. Last up is the cosmetic focus value. Now, what does that mean? Can you flex this visually? Then we take all 4 of those, weigh them out, and then build the final score for it. Kind of like basically creating a report card, a final GPA in a way. Now, today's video is going to be exclusively about the cash bundles that are coming out in the first 2 weeks of September. So I'm debating about doing the gold bundles as well, but you let me know down in the comments if that's something that you're interested in, or are we gonna continue this series exclusively focusing on the cash bundles? I honestly really would love your feedback. All right, so let's just cut right to the chase. What are the best bundles in the first half of September? First and foremost, it's going to be the web shop Psylocke bundle that comes out for $9.99. This one I'm giving 4.5 stars for a variety of different reasons. I mean, as I'm looking at the stats here, just looking at the bundle value and the currency value, you get a tremendous amount of value. It might only be 10 bucks. It might only be 1,000 collector's tokens, but if you look at how much you get for that and what that equates to in your progression, it's actually the best bundle of the bunch so far. Now, it also pains me that the other bundle I'm gonna highly recommend is a Black Swan bundle. I know that Black Swan might not be the most meta relevant character right now, but for $35, getting 2,500 collector's tokens and 1,200 gold, that is a good value for that currency. Plus you're getting a series 5 card if you don't already have it, with a bundle variant that progresses you up your mastery track also. So put it all together, it is a very good value, but much better value if you don't already have Black Swan. If you do have Black Swan, you might want to consider one of the 4-star bundles. Now, for the new variants that come out in the Celestial Hardware and the Merc with a Mouth bundles, depending on the cards you already have and depending on where you are in your collection, these have incredibly good value as well. Once again, one of the things that I really tried to focus on when building this whole system was also something like player utility, unlocking new cards. How far does it progress you up those tracks? That's something I really wanted to be able to do here. And these 2 bundles are the top performing bundles, the best rating in that category. So if you're a newer player, this might be where you want to focus your resources into these 4-star bundles. The Iron Curtain is definitely an expensive bundle. I get that, but it is still a 4-star value if you're really looking to progress the expansion of your collection. Note that with that bundle, it is more about the currency and the progression. It is much less about everything else that you get with it, like the extras amounts of boosters, for example. So just make sure you weigh that into how you want to use your resources. Now, towards the bottom, the other 2 web shop offers, which are also still 10 bucks a piece, they're still good. I mean, it's only $10. I get that. And for a lot of people that are investing into their account, they're looking for the most economically sound way. However, I might recommend, instead of doing doing the 3 $10 bundles, do the one $35 bundle because it is overall more efficient for you to move forward through your progression if you're an earlier player. If you're a later game player and you're looking at the currency that comes from it, they are all this month all good. Every bundle is a good currency exchange this month. So I wouldn't say no to any of them for that reason in particular. So then looking at each individual category, depending on the kind of person you are, let's talk about the best raw value. Everything that you get in the bundle out of all of the bundles that come out in the first half of September. Number 1 is the Web Shop Weekly number 3. Number 2 is the Swan Singularity. And number 3 is Celestial Hardware. If you're somebody that's exclusively focusing on the currency value, though, those numbers start to change a little bit because Iron Curtain shoots all the way up and ties with Merc with a Mouth. So they weren't in the overall raw, try saying that 3 times fast, overall raw value, but they are really good specifically for the currencies that are found in the bundles. Then after that, we finally get into the web shop, but it's web shop number 1. Now, if you're a newer player and you're looking to progress most from these bundles and get the furthest leaps through your collection levels, then it does change again. Now we're looking at Swan Singularity shooting up to the top of the pack, followed by the Iron Curtain, and then Weekly Web Shop number 1. And then lastly, if you just want some really great value for some really fancy, shiny looking bundles, just go see whatever Super Tech God's using. And then lastly, the medal winners of the overall score. Overall, hands down, weighing in with the system that we talked about earlier, flashback sequence. Then we take all 4 of those, weigh them out, and then build the final score for it. And we're back. From that ranking, number 1 bundle, hands down, the Weekly Web Shop number 2, followed by Merc with a Mouth, followed by Web Shop Weekly number 3. Yes, I know it's technically called Mech with a Mouth. It's the name of the bundle, but I just can't not say Merc with a Mouth. Now, my last tidbit in here is for those who are investing in their account, you've got a budget typically. You're trying to figure out the best value for your budget and how you're trying to maximize within that. So here are my recommendations. If you're, and this is not including the season pass or the gold pass, let's just get that clear. That's its own conversation. Those are always good values. But for these bundles in particular, if you're trying to spend under 10 bucks, just do the web shop number 3. So wait a little later in September and just get that one. It is an absolute must buy. Taking a look at that mid-range now we're looking at like $20 to $50-ish, somewhere in that range. I think you're really in a good spot right there for Merc with a Mouth, probably Celestial Hardware as I'm looking at the bundles too. Focusing in that direction is probably going to be a really solid, way to get the most out of almost hitting 50 bucks. And then lastly, if you're a high spender, look, however you wish to use your money is 100% up to you. But if you're trying to maximize it without maximizing your credit card limit, I'd say probably just the Iron Curtain. It's just this overall incredibly solid value, and it'll progress you quick. I cannot talk. That's it. So which one are you grabbing? Why? Should I do the gold bundles as well next time? I don't know. Trying something new here, creating a whole new system, a whole new ranking. I realized I was going to say stars and I kind of did, but then didn't. And then it's a work in progress. Your feedback is incredibly important. So please let me know down below. While you're there, hit the like and subscribe buttons. And as always, see you next time.